Hello and welcome to Checkpoint On Campus. I'm your host, Jacob Brothers. Joined with me, as always, is Eric Fedora. And joining us is a very special guest, is founder and CEO of eFuse, Matthew Benson. Matthew, thank you so much for coming onto the show.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Of course. So it's no secret that eFuse has been a little busy these past couple weeks. And obviously deals take a longer amount of time than news coming out. But what put eFuse over the edge to finally buy two major esport leagues?
Yeah, for both the CCL and the CCA, they're two groups that we've been working with for over 9 months at this point on a variety of events and activations, and their names just kept popping up over and over again. And finally it came to kind of a spearhead where we just thought it made a lot of sense to bring them underneath of the eFuse umbrella. Both orgs have done a tremendous job of building community, and it made sense to bring them underneath and give them more resources.
Yeah, so how is eFuse planning on bringing the CCL and the CCA to the next level? Obviously, you guys have worked with them multiple times in the past, as you've said, but now that you guys have the acquisition, like what steps are next to take these leagues to the next level?
Yeah, so they've already got a lot of talent internally. They've built really good teams for being volunteer organizations, especially. And what they've done extremely well is they've built their leagues organically through community. They've put on community events. They've partnered directly with the publishers, and they've had a lot of success. So for us, what we want to do is come in, provide them some structure to continue to elevate the leagues, continue to increase their and better their processes, but really just pour gas in the fire, adding to their prize pools, putting on more events, being able to bring the volunteer staff on full time. So this can be their full-time focus. So that's really what we see for eFuse, is just pouring gas in the fire.
Yeah,
You know
actually,
what? I'm gonna hop in really quick
go.
because Jacob read my mind earlier and he snatched my question. From someone who is like an outsider of this, I do definitely want to ask how eFuse is feeling about this. We're always talking about the leagues, we're always talking about the associations, but how's eFuse feeling about this? Are you guys excited? What's more to come?
Yeah, we're ecstatic. We wouldn't be bringing them on if we didn't think there was a lot of value for them and for our organization. So really where eFuse is going to win in this is we've been building tools and infrastructure to support competitive play and ultimately content creation across the industry. And we believe this is a tremendous way to organically bring leagues into that infrastructure, empower them, but then beyond that, just bolster the eFuse ecosystem from a competition perspective. So we truly believe it'll be a win-win.
Yeah, I love what you said about putting gas into the fire, because these are both two leagues that have really run themselves to an extent, to where we've seen how other leagues have kind of handled themselves, but the CCL and CCA in particular, they've done such a great job on an internal level. So when it came to acquiring them and hiring them, because I saw that you did hire some people from the CCA, what is your leadership strategy when it comes to these leagues? Is it just to like hire the people on who have already been doing a great job and they just keep doing that great job, or like what is your guys' leadership perspective for those leagues?
Yeah, for both the CCL and the CCA, we actually brought on 3 full-time individuals. In the form of the CCL, we brought on 4 individuals. But the way we envision them kind of executing internally is they're going to be really focused on continuing to support both of their respective leagues. But then beyond that, and there'll be some exciting announcements that I won't spoil too far or yet, but exciting announcements to come that they'll also be contributing to as well. And then our leadership team will just continue to coach and provide them kind of the experience and infrastructure to continue to scale.
Okay, surprises. I love that. I always love a good surprise. So, wrapping up, you guys have been expanding your kingdom, filling your collegiate esports gauntlet, if you will, pretty quickly. Are these 2 stones it for now, or are there other acquisitions that eFuse might be eyeing for the future?
More to come. The stones have not all been gathered.
Ooh, I love that. Well, Matthew Benson, thank you so much for coming on. This has been awesome. We really appreciate it. And coming up next, we're going to be hearing about how more rules are going to be changing collegiate esports, to be changing collegiate League of Legends from the biggest brain that we know. Hello and welcome back. Jacob Brothers is still here. Erica Sadora is still there across the metaphorical desk. And Erica, it is now time. Fall warm-ups are about to enter playoffs. C-Lol is about to come into full swing. So what do we need to know? And you also spoke to JT Tiza Vandenbree. So what can you tell us about this upcoming season?
Well, My Collegiate League of Legends friends, I do want to say first off, we are extremely blessed for this big update and the upcoming events that we're going to have. First, the fall warm-ups, as Jacob mentioned, are finally ending. Check it out this Halloween weekend, 10:30 to 10:31 on the Unified Live's Twitch, because that is going to be mind-boggling. And as we know, after the warm-ups, we're going to go full swing into the regional conferences, respectively from North, East, South, West, and then we go into the regional playoffs. And then as we know, drum roll, we have the CLOL Championship Series. We have a lot of teams who have made it into the fray and some teams who have fallen off a little bit, but we welcome them with huge arms anyways. Of course, our usual contenders will be Maryville, Winthrop, UST, and our new friends who have come into the fray again. We have as well as Purdue, who's coming back, and our Redbirds. Those are teams to look out for, guys. They have been doing phenomenal this season. And as for the championship series, we do know that 32 teams, including teams that are selected by the scholarship committee, are going to be joining us. That creates a really unique ecosystem right here, especially since Worlds has been a little surprising for all of our viewers, so we're going to definitely see a bunch of new meta. Jacob, I'm going to toss it to you really quick. Mind link. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so the main thing that's changing here is about the Collegiate Championship Selection Committee. And so from Tiza, we reached out for some comments, and she had said that we think the changes to the championship qualifications will be a big player favorite as they put more emphasis on being a top 4 conference and decrease the number of automatic bursts from other conferences. With the success of last year's championship selection committee, with 3 of the 4 selections reaching the top 8, they're confident in their ability to get the best schools into the bracket, and they'll have more influence over future championships. So it looks like the championship finale is going to be even better this year. This is the esport that has the most competition, and it looks like the competition is just going to become even more fine-tuned. Now, a little bit of bonus details is that seniors who graduated in the regular season can play in conference playoffs, but not finals.
That's true. They do that to keep the team afloat up until the playoffs happen. Similarly, we have the TMO Cup, which is a consultation tournament for teams who were not able to make it into the conference playoffs as well.
Fantastic. Well, Erica, thank you very much for this update on the, I think, best collegiate esports league. I think I can safely say. So coming up next is going to be a highlight, and after that's going to be a preview about what you need to watch and where to watch it this weekend.
This week's CheckpointXP On Campus highlight comes to us from Maryville University in League of Legends. Maryville University has such a good team comp, and with Chippy's Jacks ready to pounce after entering the base in Game 3, they initiate their final battle at the doorstep of the base, and with incredible burst potential from everyone on the team, they take out their opponents permanently in Game 3. Let's listen to the call.
Wait a second, here we go. Isaac getting caught onto a lot of damage being laid out. The laser is going to be able to decimate the HP bar of Rivets. Rivets is going to be taken off of the table, and so is the ace drop here. This is the fight they were looking for. That is Tristana taken out. Chucky's next to follow. Lee Sin trying to hop away, but he will get caught. At the end of the day, the game comes out, and it's inhibitor being dropped.
Want more college esports highlights? Head over to our website at checkpointxp.com for more today.
We are back and better than ever with your preview of what you need to watch and where to watch it this week of collegiate esports. So starting where we always start, Overwatch. Overwatch Homecoming is going on strong. They're going to be taking a week break this upcoming weekend, and they will resume play with Week 5 of the Swiss stage on November 5th. And now there are 4. There are only 4 undefeated teams left, and those teams would be Northwood, Bellevue University, UT Dallas, and shockingly, Redbird Esports. I know, who saw it coming? In the previous week of play, Northwood put both of their rivals into place, as we had talked about. They put both Harrisburg and Bay State into the losing category, so those teams are no longer undefeated. In Maryville, it looks like they're kind of having a panic at the disco. They have now also lost to Redbird Esports, so they have lost to Northwood, and they have lost to Redbird. So the throne is not looking that hot. After the week break, we are going to be coming back with some heat. With those 4 teams, all 4 teams will be playing each other. Northwood will be taking on Bellevue, Redbird will be taking on UTD, Harrisburg. Oh yeah, so those 4 teams will be clashing. And then bonus games, Harrisburg will be playing Bay State, UCLA will be playing Utah, and Ohio State will be playing UCI to see where the rest of these teams really lay. This is going to be the last week of Swiss, with the round of 16 starting on December 3rd. Now, Erica, what can you tell us about some good old car soccer?
Car soccer? You mean the best game in the entire world besides League of Legends? We are entering week 3 now, and you can see all of these awesome matches. Northwood Blue versus Northwood White, and North Texas taking on Columbia this Friday the 28th on the Rocket League Twitch, as well as the CCL Open, which is basically like a Teemo Cup for teams who miss the conferences, and that will be happening on October 31st, Halloween.
Ooh, spooky. Thank you, Erica. And then around the esports world, all the other sports are coming into swing. Conference 1, which we had talked about in the previous year, is back and better than ever, and you can watch every match on their Twitch channel at Conference 1 Esports. And games will be starting on Tuesday, November 2nd at 8 p.m. EST. And finally, Madden 22 is still going on strong. The Level Next Madden tournament is continuing play, and the championship is happening on November 2nd and 3rd. So pretty soon we will know who is the top of Madden yet again. Coming up next is going to be a fun little editorial spotlight from Garrett about Ottawa CCL. Will the champs stay champs? Who knows? Welcome back for the last time to Checkpoint XP on campus. Jacob Brothers here, Erica Sadora there, and way over there is Garrett O'Toole here to give us a whole spotlight about Ottawa CCL. So Garrett, take it away. What do we need to know?
It's not very often that we can talk about a collegiate esports team dominating the way that Ottawa dominated the College COD League. This team had 2 teams, Ottawa Black and Ottawa Gold, and they both went undefeated in their regular season. And not just undefeated, they didn't drop a single map. They eventually went on to fight each other in the grand finals of the playoffs, where Ottawa Gold outshined right there. But man, it was a close series, an exciting one. And now we have to look towards the future of what's going to happen in 2022. And this is, guys, this is crazy. They had 2 players that are not going to be coming back with them, 2 important players. Noisy, he's gone. He's out of collegiate COD. He's going to go on to do bigger and better things. But then we have another player, a player that was so critical to their success last season, Chris Radial. He has transferred over to Northwood, and I was able to talk to Sergio Brack about this. He is the esports director for Ottawa University. He says, we're extremely happy for Chris in his new position at Northwood, but the show goes on. We keep pushing. Don't think we don't have new talent under our sleeves. Guys, I'm so excited to see what happens with this Northwood team. They're going to have a strong recruiting class, and I expect them to be back on top. But man, there's going to be some bad blood and some punches being thrown between Northwood and Ottawa in this next collegiate COD season.
Yeah, I cannot wait. Thank you, Garrett. Time will only tell if Ottawa will be coming back to the championship game yet again, but that is our show. Thank you very much for watching, and to check out more, be sure to go by checkpointxp.com.